yourself, value your experience, and people will pay. So always remain hungry. There's money everywhere. Have an abundance mentality. Look for it, seek it, and deliver. Action is everything. It's going to be an incredible day today. And for those of you who are coming tomorrow, it's going to be even more incredible tomorrow. We love you. Thank you. I love you. I'll just take you back a little bit. I'm trying not to cry, okay? When I came here a few years back, and turmoil was in my mind, and desperateness and insecurities, and I used to walk, and people used to glance and used to go, and I thought, what a shame that they don't know the pain I'm in. And I wonder what pain they're feeling. And maybe one day, just one day, I'll create a room full of people where we can bridge that gap so they know they're not the only ones feeling that way. Am I making sense? Because often we think we're on our own. We think we're lonely. We have no one to help us. And I thought I put myself on this path to help people unconditionally. And when I mean unconditionally, I'll give you an example. How many of you asked to see what the agenda was? We didn't tell you, but you still came. You wanted to know who was speaking. Have a look at our social media, but you still booked. Why is that? Why do you think you still booked and you paid your hard-earned money to come here when you didn't know what was going to happen? Trust. You trust in love. You know that I will deliver. You know when the Gladiator name is out there, we will succeed and excel all your expectations. Agree? That's why you're booked. Across the road, and God bless them, there are event organizers have been going for 30 years. They've had Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, all these people at their events. They're giving tickets away free. They can't get more than 150 people in the room. So those of you who are entrepreneurs and salespeople, don't do anything for free. Build your reputation. Thank you. If you give things away for free, what's the message you're sending out to the marketplace? That you don't value yourself. Even when you don't have anything, act as if. Act as if you are successful. Nobody invests in a desperate person. Trust me. Believe in yourself. Value your experience. And people will pay. And no matter how many people try to knock you, persevere and keep going. Because one day you will fill a room of thousands and thousands of people like this. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's very hard to be happy all the time when there's so much sadness in the world. So what I've put together is a 3-minute video for us to reflect, if that's okay. And I'll have a special guest I'm going to invite, and we're going to do a pray for peace. Would that be okay, everyone? And we're going to, before we go into Gladiator worship and listen to my incredible speakers, friends, experts around the world that have come here today to share their knowledge with you. So, can we play the video, please? Thank you.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping lifted scenes while I was sleeping. And the vision that was landed in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. 'Neath the halo of a street lamp I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people maybe, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Play my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words on the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people maybe, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence.
How lucky are we? How lucky are we? How dare we complain about anything? Our children can be safe tonight. And that's all that matters. My special guest, Alina, would you come on please on stage? I hand the stage over to Alina, please.
Good morning, amazing human beings. And I feel blessed to be here with all of you today. And thank you, Dariush, for the invitation. My name is Suzhneva Alena, and I just arrived yesterday from Bali, bringing Bali magic to Dubai. And I would love to invite you to do a simple practice together. Can you all stand up and come a little bit closer to each other, especially, yeah. And let's bring our thumbs up and turn it to the left. To the left. Left, left, left. Yes, amazing. And hold the hands of people standing close to you. Just hold the hand of people. Yeah, amazing. Hold them. Yes, amazing. Hold the hands. Yes. You can do it. Yeah, amazing. And let's bring the hands back down. And let's close the eyes for a moment. And bring your focus back to the heart. Feel your heartbeat. And feel the love and gratitude inside your heart. And when you open your eyes, simply look into the eyes of people standing close to you and repeat after me. I see you. I feel you. And I love you. So much. So much. So much. And now close your eyes for a moment. and feel this profound connection that exists between all of us here. And we will share a small prayer together. Divine light within us all, we stand united in love and compassion. May our hearts be open, our spirits brave. Let the peace flow from our hearts to heal this troubled world. We are the change we seek. In our truth, we find strength. In our love, we find peace. Let our actions ripple outwards, touching lives, healing hearts, lighting the way. For the highest good of all, we stand as one. Amen. Always remember, you are unique creation, and you hold the divine blueprint. And this is your time to unleash your power and share your gifts with the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Alina, all the way from Bali, and just for this seminar. Thank you. I honor you're an angel. Not that she looks like an angel, she's an angel. I was around 25, 26, and I was in a wedding, and I was sitting next to a rabbi, an old rabbi, and he said to me, and as the bride and the bridegroom came, their parents and grandparents arrived. They were wheelchaired in. And he said to me, do you mind if I share something with you about death? By the way, you thought this was going to be a motivational event, right? And I said, no, please do. And he said, I've seen death in 3 ways. One is that they've grown old, they have full health, they've achieved all their goals in life, and they're surrounded by their family, and they part ways. And everybody's happy for them. I said, that's amazing. He said, there's another death I've seen whereby they have ailments, they have pain, and then it's time to go. All their family surrounding them wish them well, and he or she is happy to go. And they have everybody's blessings. But the worst death is when somebody's dying and they have frustrations. They wish they'd done this, they wish they'd done that. And he goes, that's the worst painful death you can imagine and to witness. So we never know when that time's gonna come. I've had 2 heart attacks, that's why I'm a gladiator. It just wasn't my time. But we never know when that curtain is gonna close. We never know when that piano is gonna land on our head. So I just wanna share this with you, if I may, if this clicker works. It's a certainty, isn't it? It's a certainty we try to avoid at all costs. But I'm going to ask you a question. When your life flashes in front of you just before we leave, what are you going to say? Because I made a decision that I was going to go, wow. Wow. Today could be the beginning of the rest of your lives. True? How long is this pain going to continue? Take charge. Take charge of your own life, because there's money everywhere. There's billions and billions of dollars in this room alone. So you should never leave this room poor. Connect with people. Have confidence. Back up what you promise. Deliver value, and it's all there for you to take. One of the toughest things to do is choose your peer group. Choose your peer group carefully, because that dictates where you're going to end up in the future. If you have to love people from afar, love them from afar, but you don't have to have them in your space. The history of money. I do lots of podcasts, and we have like 1 million subscribers on our podcast channel. And whenever I speak about money, I feel a certain amount of awkwardness with the person I'm interviewing. And I realize that most people, even my clients, have problems with money, okay? And I think it's something that they've been fed through childhood, that money's hard to come by, rich people are bad people, and the noise by the masses and the media is that we don't want you to be rich. In other countries, we want you to work, pay taxes, and die. But we're blessed to be in this country right this moment, right now. So I thought what I'll do is I'll share with you my meaning of money. The history of money goes that many thousands of years ago, people used to trade sheep against wheat and wheat against rice. And it was very difficult in the marketplace to trade these things because there was no common gold or monetary program. So there was hard negotiations, and negotiations you take days. You can have my cow against 3 of your sheep. So some genius came and said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually have this thing, the most common and oldest element on the planet called gold. So they brought gold along, and people would carry gold, and they say, right, for 1 kilogram of gold or half a kilogram of gold. So they used to have weighing machines. But again, it was too long to trade because you needed these weighing machines. So some genius came out and said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have these things called coins, and they're going to have a certain value. So people traded in gold coins. And then 2,000 odd years ago, the Athenians were fighting the Spartans. And they thought it was going to be a quick war in Sparta. They're going to come back. And the Athenian army needed paying. But this war went on over 10 years. And the Athenians ran out of cash. So what they did was, they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to create these coins that look like gold, maybe even spray them gold, but they're nickel. That's where the word nickel and dime comes from. So they started putting a value on a piece of item who had zero value. But somewhere along the way today, we put this incredible value on something that means nothing. Money is energy. That's all it is. The moment you have a better relationship with money and abundance rather than scarcity, it will flow. It will flow into your lives. A year ago, somebody said to me, I said, I actually, you know what, I think I want to speak on stage. I speak in front of hundreds of people, but I want to have thousands of people. They said, you need to go on this program called Mind Valley. Who knows Mind Valley? Thank you. I went there a year ago, and I want to be very transparent and honest with you here, okay? I sat there, and the room was full of people. They said, the guy you need to speak to is a guy called Vision. Who knows Vision? I think he's going to join us today. And he's speaking tomorrow. Thank you. But I was sitting in the audience, and there was a gentleman to my right and a lady to my left. And I said to them, you know, somewhere along the way, it's not connecting with me. It's not connecting with me. These coaches are highly rehearsed, but they're speaking from the head rather than the heart. I'm just in the audience, I can't feel it. I need to feel something. Maybe I should go and have a chat with Vision. So I got up because I bought a VIP ticket and it was not too far away from me. And I got up and about 20, 30 people around him, and I just couldn't get close. And I thought, you know what, I don't kiss ass, okay? I have a bit of an ego, so maybe one day I'll get to, meet him. A year later, ladies and gentlemen, a year later, Vision speaking on my stage. How does that work out? I honor the man. I honor the empire he's built. But when you manifest something and you think about it, you take action and you take risks, calculated risks, you will succeed. Don't give up on your dreams. Do not give up on your dreams. We have individuals here who've flown from Egypt, America, Germany, Australia, who want to take Gladiator Summit across the world. And this is our only second one. We're not event organizers. My volunteers here, 50 volunteers, they're just giving us their time because they believe in the cause. They believe in the authenticity that we have. Right? Thank you volunteers. So don't make money a big deal. Really don't make money a big deal. Most rich people are good people. Most rich people are decent people. I interviewed a billionaire recently, and he said to me, a multi-billionaire, and he said to me, Dariush, as long as he serves me, I'll do it. And this interview went very well, but I couldn't sleep for 2 nights. And I was wondering, I said to my wife, why is it I can't sleep? And I kept asking the questions, why can't I sleep for 2 nights? Then I realized the way I think is different, because the way I think is that each and every one of you could be rich, and I'll get richer. I don't have to take away from you to get rich. Does that make sense? We see these programs like The Apprentice, and they're all shafting each other and undermining each other and lying to get a promotion. The real world does not have to be like that. You can be a force for good and be seriously filthy rich. Please cheer to that. Celebrate it. It's good to remember your hard times, but don't live in them. There's never a day goes by where I never forget, there's a friend of mine here that we had coffee, and I always pay for the first drink. I don't know why, it's just a feeling of abundance. And he ordered a coffee, he turned around to me, and I said, I can't afford that coffee. That's how bad it was. And he took out 500 dirhams from his pocket and gave it to me. He said, would this help? I paid him the very next day, a client paid me. But the pain of being so desperate, having to go home when your children are looking at you and you can't afford school fees, still lives within. Don't ever forget how tough times can come back. So every single time I go to a Gladiator meeting, I sit outside and I think, how am I going to get this deal? Because right now, that prospect is seeing competitors just like mine. And I never ever walk out of a deal without taking it, without asking for the business. So always remain hungry. Always remain hungry. Please write this down. What's the greatest enemy of greatness? What's the biggest enemy of greatness? Good and comfort zone. Unfortunately, for the first time in the history of the planet, we actually have abundance without having to lift a finger. Before, we had to go and farm the land. We had to trade, sell things, but we can sit on our backsides, open up a web page, and make money. It frustrates me when people think about scarcity more than abundance. Then I realize, actually, scarcity is our natural state. Because in the past, when you farmed the land and you hoarded all the wheat, what would you do? You'll hide it, wouldn't you? Because the weather could change. The enemy could strike. So why are we feeling the same way? The ones who think abundance are the few. The ones who think scarcity and fear are the masses. So go into your war, go into your battles every single day like your life depended on it. Would you agree you'll have a better life? Let's go like a gladiator. Every single day I think I'm a freaking gladiator. There's a reason I'm here. I'm not going to be one of the masses. And I ask you to do the same thing. Every one of you. Why is it that one person on the planet can have $300 billion? $300 billion. I think the calculation is if you earn $1 a minute, it'll take you 2,000 years to have $1 billion. 2,000 years to have $1 billion. And one human being has 300 billion. There's money everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. There's money everywhere. Have an abundance mentality. Look for it, seek it, and deliver. Action is everything. Action is, don't just talk. Do I have another one? No, that's it. This is my end of my presentation. Have the most amazing day. Throw yourself fully into it. I went to a Tony Robbins seminar, and they were playing a game in the crowd. And I stood back, then I went in, and I lost the game. And it happened again in the afternoon. I did the same thing, and I lost the game. And Tony on stage said, the way we play the game is the way we live our lives. And until that day, I thought, you know what? I'm an entrepreneur. I throw myself in. But I realized I'm not. I need to know the rules of the game before I jump in. So I'm not a true entrepreneur. Today, trust in me. Trust in the brand, and you'll have one of the best days of your life, I promise you. We have over 110 entertainers. We have 50 volunteers, 50 security staff who've been trained to be nice to you. Okay? So please embrace it. Play full on and make your life a wow. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Dariush Soudi!